Okay. Should all be started? I believe Z-Chin is going to go over some of the games, it looks like. That could be fun to watch. But I'm streaming now, so I can't watch it. Probably Jonas is the one that does the mirror go. I tuned in for 5 seconds and I found that out, so it's good to know. Good to know. Anyway, it looks like Ben Zero, Lucas, and Remy are the top three now. So that looks good. Looks good. Oh, Benjamin played Zevolod. I'm interested in seeing that game for sure. And Lucas played Ash as well. I'm definitely interested in seeing that one. I want to see Ash playing someone like one of the top players. Is what I want to see here. But yeah, we'll have to look at that here in a little bit. Z-Chin might be going over like the entire thing. I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but I just wanted to look at this for fun. Yeah, round 9 finished. Yeah, looks like. Okay. Yeah, round 8. Remy versus Ash. I'm very interested in that one. And then I'm very interested in this game as well. Zevolod versus Lucan. Yes. Okay. Just look at some game stuff after we do some warm-ups. I did a little bit from a book this morning. Normally I do it later, but I was just feeling like it was just the One Dawn book. The Road to One Dawn thing. I finally made it to the One Dawn problems after today, so then I'll be able to finish it up. Because the rest of the book will be answers, and I don't and I think up to the One Dawn, I think almost all the problems were easy. They were problems I'd seen before overall. And the only thing is like they would have some random, very difficult problems mixed in with some of the easy problems. But it's after you've already used the technique like 10 times, then they have a difficult problem. So I thought that was interesting. So we'll try to do some of these ones real quick. Then we'll try the challenge again. It's kind of been fun to do a little random challenge thing. No co. Of course, if we do this one, we're not killing them. So we need like throw in over here is what it looks like, or do something like this one or something like that. But this one, if they play over here, we just kill it all. We're good to go. So if they connect, we just Atari and we play B19. That looks okay. I don't see anything else that they could do. Yeah, there we go. Make sure everything was the correct names. Yeah, that seems correct. That seems correct. Very good. Very good. Oh, I'll have to look at what that is. But that's my email. I don't need to look at that for now. Avoid that for now. Get distracted. Normally we would bump here. Getting rid of the I. And that looks like it's good enough. Hey, Morganall, how you doing? If they go down, we Atari, and then we make this bulky shape. And then if they play again, we make a bulky 5. If they don't play, we can do a 6, a rabbit E6. So we should be fine here to just play here. Okay. You've lost to Corano today. Oh, the streamer guy? If I'm thinking of the person that... If I'm thinking of the right person... the Japanese player, or is a different person here? I don't know. Yeah, okay. He seems like he's strong. Yeah, Japanese streamer. Yeah, I've watched him a few times, and there were some things I liked. It was kind of fun. It was a close game. Nice. Yeah, he's 7 on, right? Or is he just 7 on, or is he actually trying to do more than that? Like, I don't know if I've seen him higher than that, right? I think he's just that. Maybe he's been to 8 on before. I don't know. 2-1 in his favor. Oh no, you have to fix that. Decent 7. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know the actual rank for sure, but 10Q, huh? That's kind of interesting. Oh, we can do this one first. Oh, I wasn't expecting him to do that, so it's fine. Decent 7 on. Okay. Yeah, I think when I watched him, he looked like he was pretty good, and then I just didn't know if he'd been higher than that or not. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't know. You've been surfing the ocean for the last 2 weeks? Actual surfing? Had no intention to get him better at Go. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Nice, nice. Yeah, you got to be careful on the internet when you say surfing. It could mean many things. But yeah, are you going to try to get better at Go? You said you had no intention before, but are you going to try? Huh. I think I can just connect here, right? If they do that, then I can just capture here if they do that. This looks like it just works. Does this not just work? Maybe not. Is it a trap? Okay, not a trap. You will? All right. So I always wonder, like, what do you do, or just anybody in general, right? Like all strong players, like, what is the focus you usually have when you're trying to get better? Like for me, I think one of the things that would help me the most is um, playing stronger players and doing more tournament stuff. But I just can't do tournament stuff, so I could play stronger players, and of course Sumego and all that sort of stuff. Like this is just trying to warm my brain so I can actually think when I look over the other games. But can we do this one? Does this one just work? Doesn't quite work, right? When they do this, oh, it does work. Does work? Yeah, yeah. They can't do that thing. Okay, okay, good. For some reason, I thought there was already a stone. Should be okay. I think most of it's are always just playing games, right? But like, what's the most helpful way to play the games is what I mean. So we can do this one first. If they connect over here, though, so we have to like push here in Atari, and then they capture. That's kind of a weird one. Can we do this one first? If they capture, then we can take this away. If they play this one, then we can play over here first, then go over here. I like that one. I like that one a lot. There we go. Yeah, tournament prep, you just do Sumego and play against strong players. Yeah, makes sense. And do you like online or books Sumego a little bit more? It's a good question, too. Book Doctor always says online is not good. Fox surprisingly good place for practicing. Yeah, yeah. I also like for practice. I think I also like read books. Okay, everything's online or in your phone or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Don't worry. You might like other books. Who knows? Who knows? We can just do this one, right? Yeah, I think Book Doctor's thing was basically you just don't want to have anything where you're clicking through the problems. You want to only read them and not press the answer, then click next, basically. Oh, anthropology. Nice, nice. Okay, okay. My mom has a master's in English literature and anthropology. I don't know anything about it, but That's pretty cool. Here we can Atari if they don't respond, and then we can play over here. We're good to go. Oh yeah. I am not good at school. School is something that just doesn't work for me at all. So I never tried. But yeah, I can study on my own very well. Like that's something I've never had an issue with, studying on my own. It's always been, yeah, school related stuff. I just have the hardest time. Can we do it this way? They Atari from here, we connect, and they just don't have any eyes. But then they connect here first. And we go down then at that point because they Atari us. We go down. They can't play here. They have to capture, and we're fine. So like this is okay. Oh, I thought they. Oh, well, I guess I will go down anyway. Thought they were gonna do it differently. Same answer. Same answer though. Yeah, not all Go books are very good, but and I'm much better at learning on my own versus schoolwork though. So it's always been my problem with it. Huh. White to live, no co. We can live in the corner really easily, right? So the corner is fine. The problem is maybe we want to live and get more. So like this Atari and then this one, and then connect, and then we can push in. Yeah, playing friends helps. Yeah. When I think that helps quite a bit. Or not just the idea of playing friends, but playing someone who will actually review with you, who will talk about the games with you. That sort of idea. I think that's really helpful. Yeah, that was one of the things I wrote down for. It was the course that I want to put together. One of the things that I absolutely suggest for everybody is you need to find a group of people, or at least one or two, that'll play the games with you, review with you, and all that stuff. It doesn't really even matter too much what their rank is, but of course, having the rival or having someone your same rank is best. We do it this way too. That looks like it works, right? Oh no, it doesn't. You're right. You're right. That was my bad. I wasn't thinking all the way. I can play this afterwards. I can play it afterwards if I do it. No, I can't. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. None of your friends is a reviewer. Ah, I like. Well, it's not just about like reviewing the full game, but like just discussing things in general. I don't know why I played this silly play from here. I guess is what we needed to do, but yeah, talking and trying to solve Sumego is not right. You gotta do things in the right order. Anyway, I was doing fine until just now. That one tripped me up. That one's probably good for me to add to my favorites since it tripped me up when I wasn't like thinking too hard about it. So I should have this probably here so I can look at it later at a random time. Because I want to make sure these problems I should be able to solve them without too much thinking anyway. That's sort of the goal here. And now your friend's a reviewer, yeah. I think one of my friends is too much of a reviewer. I guess a couple of my friends are too much of a reviewer. I like to say it that way. They spend way too much time reviewing. Um, this one does work, but after the Hane here, it doesn't work, right? So we need like this move, but this doesn't quite work. Turning maybe is probably the best way. But then when they block here, I guess that isn't fine. Yeah, huh, this is kind of a weird one. Maybe we have to start with this one, I guess, maybe. Maybe we have to start here. Yeah, I think like one of my friends, he goes in so much detail about all the variations and stuff, and it's like, I think it's probably useful to think that deeply about the game sometimes, but it can be a little overwhelming too. Black to kill. All right. So there's no way they're getting out here. And if we attach to this one, they're dead in the corner already. So they block here, we pull back, they're already dead. And if we block this way, you go in, they connect, you can then Atari. Maybe we don't want to Atari. Maybe that's a bit awkward. I want this move to work, but that doesn't mean the move works. If we go directly in, I think they have this attachment here, which is just very annoying to deal with. But hello, Veloa. How are you doing? Yeah, there's another one where I probably should save it somewhere to make sure that I can read this later. I'd be fine. Like in a real game, I'd be fine with them crawling on this first line, on the second line here. I was actually a long time ago, I think 20 plus years, I never encountered directly, but only the remnants of it. The spirit of keeping the Joseikin Tetsuji stuff secret. Yeah. I think I know what you mean a little bit. There was a little bit of that, yeah. Oh, you watched some of the Pro Qual games today? Nice, nice. I was going to go over some, the ones that I'm most interested in. There's at least 2 from the 8th round that I'm very interested in. So I will be checking that out. Yeah, there were, I do know people who had the attitude. Morganol, but I'm just not sure. I don't think it was too prevalent when I started playing, because I started playing 10 years ago. So I'm not sure how often that happened, but I did see some people who, like, before AI, they would show you some things, but they would never talk about some of the stuff that they cared the most about, I guess we should say. This one for some reason, it is this attachment, but I wasn't seeing this. Is this good enough to just do this one? Okay, because the only thing I was worried about was like yeah, E2 is the right move, but the only thing I was worried about was if they cared about the fact that we're pushing here as white. Like in a real game, I wouldn't care. But is this considered dead? Because it says black to kill, right? That's the only thing I don't like about this one. It's probably dead. It's probably not worth saving, right? His old teacher literally hissed that. That's actually kind of funny. That is actually really funny. White to kill. Well, look at the normal moves first, right? Push, push, and then they have this space here, right? So we push, we can throw in. If they turn, then we're feeling terrible. So I feel like we want to play here at some point too. Can we do it this way? Not really. That's a bad idea. Just cut here first. No. This one's kind of a fun one. Yeah, this is the weird thing with the Semigo dictionary, yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, yeah, I'm much more interested in discussing the right moves and stuff, and then no reason to really keep anything hidden, you know? First of all, just because they know the move, that doesn't mean they're going to use it right. They still have to have the other knowledge of the game to make it good for them. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting little shape here. I want to go underneath, but it doesn't work. This doesn't quite work to go underneath that way, but I want to do it. And that's all that matters. That was like a thought it was a long ago, like 100 to 200 years ago, where Czechoslovakians were legitimate secret weapons. But yeah, because like if you think about it, before AI, we had to rely on books and stuff to get all the information, right? And we do have like rare flying knife variations, and but I think most people uh, Eric Yoder, when he starts talking about it, he'll talk all about all the variation stuff. He's really excited about going over it though. So like for him, it's a little different. But yeah, this one's annoying for some reason. I probably had this one in my favorites as well because I it's probably like really obvious, but for some reason it's not for me. So because we can also just attach here and kind of do stuff, but not really as well. So yeah, probably just something stupid. But I do know that like I remember hearing stories about like the Japanese players hiding the information. But then like here's the thing, like right when it actually came out in like a big publicized game, I guess everyone knew about it at that point, right? But I do remember like they would have like multiple they would like multiple options, and they would play it in real games. I remember there was one Japanese game where they played it and the person answered the correct way because they were just able to read it out, and they didn't actually end up getting an advantage, but it's kind of funny. It was like a top game sort of thing. Oh yeah, I'm not sure right now. I can't read this problem out for some reason, so we will just move on from it. We'll do this one, and we'll push in something like this, and come this way, and there you go. We killed him. This one we have to go this way. I thought they could go down though. But I guess we can Atari. Yeah, we can Atari. We're good to go. We're fine. We're fine here. See, I solved it. But in my head, I couldn't quite see the for some reason the Atari. If after they played the other move, I couldn't see that I could just extend an Atari. Yeah, that was the problem. Okay, I figured it out. That's good to know. I can see what looked like the right answer, but I couldn't see the answer in my brain right. That's the most important part, not just solving it here. A couple more problems though. We're almost done with this one. I want to do this one. Doesn't look like it works though. That could be like a co-shape thing. I don't like that. We can do this one, I guess. Yeah, sure, we can do that. That looks like that's fine. Probably we can go here and here. We're fine. Okay. Oh, this is the double Hane thing, so that we can capture them before they capture us. Wrap around. Yeah, most of these should be easy for me, so that's why I need to make sure that I can really know them well when I go back to look at them later. If we just Atari here, can they do anything else? If they play this move, for example, we have to connect, and we still have the two liberties, right? But they're making two eyes when they do that, so we have to push and then cut. And I guess we're threatening both sides. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be able to do this one. This should work. Black to live, no-co. Yeah, this Sumiga Dictionary Volume 3 is like really weirdly ranked. You have some super easy problems mixed in with some super weird problems. Normally we want to like make the eye in some way. We're going to be looking over the pro qualifier stuff. That's what I'm going to focus on today. And later today, I'm going to be playing and doing stuff because I'm playing a tournament tomorrow. So I will be doing some stuff later. But since this is just the morning, I'm going to be going over some of these games because they've been kind of fun to look at. I've been having fun with them at least. I know Zichin, I think, is going over them right now too. If we do this one, there's a problem with my liberties. This one, I think there's also maybe technically fine if I give up the 2 stones. Do I have to give up the 2 stones? Yeah, looks like I might want to. So we just take liberties. Can we do it this way? Let me actually read it out instead of just assuming anything. They go down. We go here. They go here. We go here. They throw in. We capture, and we're good. That should also be fine, I guess. No co. Yeah, should be fine technically. As long as we take liberties on the outside first. Will I try to win the tournament? Yeah. I'm gonna be trying to actually win as best I can. It's because it's only 3 rounds. Yeah, just 3 rounds. And it's a small local thing. I'm pretty sure it's small, but just a 1-day little tournament. I'm gonna go up and visit somebody, have dinner tonight, and then go over there for the tournament. That is the goal. We just push and then do the Hane. They capture, we recapture. They play here, we connect, throw in. That's all the stuff that we have to worry about is the throw in stuff. Oh, we have to Atari, no matter what. That's the only move, right? Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about the throw in stuff because they don't have enough liberties. We're good. Yeah, because I got at Go Congress, I did fine. 4 games and 4 wins and 2 losses, and at that was my second year. My first year was 3-3, and I do think I was weaker the first year. So I think my second year I did pretty good overall. It's kind of interesting. They can play here. They don't have enough liberties, so we're good. We're good to go. But I don't even know who's playing in it yet. But I know that there's enough strong players that we can do a. Yeah, that there were enough strong players that they have an open division. We don't have that many liberties with this group if we do play here. They can just turn, pull back. They push again. That's actually kind of annoying. So we just do this one instead. They push and push. We have at least 4 liberties here, and they have 3. If they play from the other direction, that's also kind of annoying. Excuse me. So normally it'd be like this shape here. So we're trying to make the bulky 5 thing. Or if they play here, we do this one. They do this one. We connect. They go here. This would be like a co shape. So I don't like that too much. Maybe we can play it in a different order, but can we do this one instead? No, not really, huh? Yeah, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess maybe we still have enough liberties to do that, and maybe it's fine. But it seems like too much. Yeah, there's another one where I need to probably look at it later. So I'm going to add this one here, and they're going to play that. Yeah, so let's look at this one. Yeah, because for some reason I wasn't seeing the right move. It was this one. This was fine. And then connect. Okay. I see. Just an extra. Or just more liberties on the inside for me. The more sort of shared liberty sort of thing. Okay. That was the problem. All right. Oh, I kept going. I didn't mean to go to 862. Anyway, I was just getting into it. So let's try this challenge. So everyone got the last 3 problems wrong. Looks like the last 3 problems are the ones we need to focus on the most. But up to that point, they should be easy. Oh, but the person I always compare it to is not here. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, well. The first ones are always really easy, right? Black to play, so we can capture. This one, if we throw in here or we connect here, we're good. I mean, either one, right? Black to play, I forgot, right? Right, we're good. Let's play here. If we Atari, they have to connect on this side. We can capture. So if they connect, we're good. Yay. I guess technically it shouldn't matter. We can still throw in. This should be fine. I think we can play any move here, right? This basically anything works. Okay. I was like, basically anything looked like it worked there. Oh, this one. It's like a here and then here, and if they capture, you capture, and that sort of thing. If they play here, you can just connect. Yeah, this one's a fun one. I remember doing that one a lot. So most people got this one right. Oh, it's because you can just go back here. If they connect you, Atari, and they're alive, so they have to push. You already have the eye here, so you can just capture here. I guess that's good enough. You're right. All right, so the next ones are the hard ones. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything I can actually think of in this on this board. I think the games are going to be in the morning around 10-ish, not 9-ish, right? So I will need to make sure I'm actually able to think in the morning tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. If we do this one, they can throw in and try to do something here. But we capture, and we can Atari from the other side. But they can just push instead. Then when we capture, they block, and we block, then it's like a co shape instead. I think I've seen this one, actually. This one looks really familiar, and I'm not exactly sure why. Can I actually play this one? The Atari here, we have to capture. Looks easy. Yeah, it looks like it might be easy, but we have to double check because it's supposed to be one of the hard ones. So just look at all the options, right? But yeah, so if we do play this one and they Atari directly, we can at least get a co shape, a dead shape. It's fine co shape, I guess. But is that good enough? And versus this one where they just push, we capture. They have to block, and we block. It's another co shape. There's two different co shapes here, so it looks like it's not the right move. Connect. Thrown over here first. Well, eyes here. There we go. It looks like there could be a connect underneath, a capture underneath sort of thing, right? Where we do this one, they do this, we capture, they block. What was I was looking at? Yeah, we capture, they block. Play here, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, if they capture here, we Atari them down and capture it back or something like that. That's sort of what I'm thinking about. But for some reason, I can't see the answer in my head. I can see that end result, but I can't necessarily see the answer for some reason. Having a hard time with that. Yeah, so if we do this one, they just Atari above. I think that's the problem. So capture first and then do this one. They still Atari above, right? So we have to play here, I guess. This is the proper answer thing. Yeah. Today's probably not good for me. See these types of problems. Probably not. We can't do it from behind like this because we're losing all of our liberties, right? So it is a different thing, but Not a different thing, but that is one of the things that is there. Hmm. I think I do know the answer though. I do think I need to capture this one to have them connect up underneath. But since I can't really see it, we'll just click something and move on. Yeah, we'll just click and move on here. Doing it that way. Oh. I'm a little surprised by that. I can at least live on this side, right? Sure, we'll do this one and let it end. And then we'll look at the answer. I think I know what the answer is, but I couldn't see it, so it's fine. This one, if they do this, they're sort of alive, right? Well, not really, right? Is this one a hard one? Maybe. We can't just do this, right? If they connect, we throw in. If they go over here, we still throw in. And if they play here, we can still throw in, honestly. It still works, I guess. This okay, that one was weird. That one shouldn't have been. That was weird. Oh, this is a carpenter square. Yeah, the other one I just for some reason I could see an end result, but I couldn't see the actual way to get to the end result. So the other one, so we'll have to see. With the Hanes here, I know it changes a few things for sure, but I don't really know what it is. I think you can't play like Hane now, right? You can't do the Hanes now. You have to play on the inside, and you can't threaten connect underneath. 99% chance you have a blind spot. Yeah. Now, the previous one, I think that one probably shouldn't have been there. That one's just a normal J group, right? William Montgomery? No. JD, I have no idea what you're talking about, but yeah. Normally we just have to throw in here. And then if we go up here, if we go down, they can do what we go here is like the normal thing. Like we're threatening to connect up underneath, and we're also threatening to maybe make this into a an eye shape, but normally you can Hane, right? But because of these throw-ins, you don't Hane anymore. That's a Seki, though, if I do it that way. I think they can force Seki if I play wrong. Normally it's like this one, and we have like this shape here. And then we can do a Ko shape here. You can throw in. This is like the normal sort of shape, but I don't know if it works here necessarily. It does, okay. This is the normal sort of shape here. Let me explore that other one. I could see the answer. I just couldn't see how to get to the answer. It was this one first. Okay, let me explore. Oh, throw in now. Then capture. Okay. So it's a different type of answer. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah, I got blinded by trying to look at something else, basically, and that was no good. Yeah, that was my problem. Blinded because I was looking at something else. Yeah, this one, you said this one you had a hard time solving. Yeah, this is just a normal J group, right? No matter what they play, This is just the J group shape. And I guess it makes it easier if you have this stone already and this stone already, right? But it should be just the same, yeah. But it could easily be, like you're trying to do something a bit extra. This one, yeah, this one's just the carpenter square thing. I was just trying to remember, how are we supposed to actually play this little carpenter square thing, right? And that was what was the hard part, I guess, here. But yeah. If I had never studied the carpenter square, I would never have had an idea of what this looks like. So I got almost all of them right. I could have probably gotten this one, but I messed up. I was thinking of the wrong thing in general. And that makes total sense. I just need one extra liberty. That's all I needed. And that's what I should have been thinking. My first answer was actually fine, basically. The first one that I said out loud, that was actually fine. But for some reason, I wanted to do more. I'll leave that open for now. All right. Okay. So far, it looks like Bin Zero is still undefeated. Let's look again. Not undefeated, but since yesterday, they did not end up losing another game, is what I really mean. So 8 points, 7 points, and 5 points. I'm thinking that these players are probably out now. Well, let me see. If they win the next, there's still only two more rounds, right? So if they win the next 2 games, that would get them up to 7 points, right? Is it 1 point per game? Because it's only 1 point per game, then I think. But do you lose a point when you lose? I don't remember. Rules for the pairing table. There we go. Oh, it's a download thing. All right. Well, we'll open it, I guess. Does it say how it actually is calculated? Is it no, doesn't say. Doesn't say the point thing. But do you lose a point if you lose? I don't remember. This one has 2 points. There's 2 wins. That looks like correct. There's 3 wins here, 3 points. There we go. We're good. So you don't lose any points. So even if they win the next 2 games, they still can't get more than what Bin Zero has. So we can lose 2 games and technically have more points, right? So I think that everyone from Jonas down is probably out now, right? I think they're probably out. So it's just Remy, Lucas, and Benjamin. How come he's called Ben Zero? I think that's his username on like KGS and other places like that, basically, yeah. That's what everyone told me. His name was Ben. It was Ben Zero. Oh, yeah, Sid Dragon, did you get the other problems right though? I didn't see your name on there. Maybe I did see your name on there. Kind of curious now. Dragon. Oh, I don't know if I can go back to it. It's probably fine. Oh, Cannon's playing. Oh. Want to go watch that instead of... That's what I do sometimes. Like, I could do this, but maybe I'll go watch instead. Oh, there are 2 Benjamins? Oh, okay. No. I think it's just a name, basically, yeah. There's Benjamin Tuber, and then Benjamin, whatever his last name is, because it's really hard to pronounce. But yeah, Zero, Ben Zero is his name online, if I remember, if what people are telling me is right. But yeah. But anyway, so for round 8, there's round 8 and round 9 that we have to look at. I'm very interested in Lucas versus Zevolod. That sounds really good. And I'm not too worried about this Benjamin Tuber one, but there was one earlier where Remy versus Ash. I was really interested in Remy versus Ash as well. Because my feeling about the Ash this morning was Benjamin versus Benjamin. Oh, it was actually, yeah. Benjamin versus Benjamin. So Ben Zero versus Benjamin, I guess that makes it easier for people, right? Yeah, I'm not too interested in this game. Not because I think it's gonna be like one sided, but I'm just not too interested in this game. I'm more interested in the other two games, and I think I don't care too much about the other players right now. The other games, of the other players right now. Was scary for Ben Zero? Yeah. Okay, means there was a difficult moment for him. Oh, it is alive here. Oh. But for now, I'm gonna look at those. If there's one that you think was really good, I'll definitely check it out. Like if you think that game was really good, we'll look at it. But for now, I wanna see these ones here. So I think I want to look at the Ash game first, Ash versus Remy, because it looked like Ash's early game was not very good, but when we looked at their mid game, it was like really, really nice actually. They messed up a bit in the first game that I looked at. Um, like they ended up coming back because they're reading, but uh, yeah, they ended up coming back because of their reading, but it felt like they were just game quality wise, it felt like they were a bit behind their other player at the time. So we'll go over here so you can see the chat stuff for fun. All the BS in the middle after the end game. Anyway, so they seemed like they liked playing sort of their own ideas or the thing that they sort of preferred in the opening, which was slightly bad. But then, as I said, the mid game for them was really strong. So that's all you really need, honestly. The opening's not as important as the mid game, but you should still have a more steady opening overall. So that's why I was thinking that the first game I saw was it was the first round, so they were maybe nervous or not used to it yet and all that sort of stuff. So that was sort of my feeling about it. Because Ash is black in this game. I like this sort of thing. I like just playing very basic like this and just extending sometimes. I feel like sometimes it's nice. I think I'm going to consider it a little bit slow, but it should be okay. Oh, and Remy. Yeah, Remy's the one that does this one. Yeah. Forgot about that already. I know it's fine. I don't like it, but I know it's fine. It's actually tempting to not approach. Maybe just do this thing, right? The push, cut. Is it cut the other side? Yeah, cut this side. And tempting to just do this one. Keep building. Doesn't really matter, but just funny. They play, and then we get not the double approach, just going to jump instead. Okay. Now, I actually understand that one because this is one of the reasons why this is probably actually good here. Because even with the double approach, we'll just play a basic variation. I don't know which side we want to go on, but I guess we'll go here. We'll do this one just for fun to make it easy. But this area is the next contested spot. So if black gets it, they're pretty happy overall with the left side, right? But if we just end up going and doing something else and white gets this first, we're actually almost attacking black. And so that feels really awkward. So they're going to do something to make it hard for black here. So they're going to do whatever they can to just have a Sente variation here. They'll figure out what they want to do, right? But they'll just have whatever Sente variation so they can get back to that point first. So that's very, very important. So I like the idea of just not following up because you don't want to have a strong, solid formation versus you in an attack right here. So white could just sort of take control of the game. Oh, interesting. 3-3 right away. It feels a little bit awkward, but I guess white isn't really able to use the influence that well. Normally you could see just like the double approach now because we're trying to expand here, or we just leave it again, right? Expand low and see what they decide to do on this side. But the bottom side's not important anymore, right? This bottom side, just absolutely not important anymore. So taking the 3-3, forcing them to block this way actually feels good. And that's why white is also not responding. Because when black cuts here, this is the bottom side that wasn't important, right? So white can just settle on the other side. Maybe even just goes for the attack. Don't even worry about these 3 stones too much. That's a cool idea. Normally this is usually used for like saving your group more so than just building. But I guess it works the same way. Should be fine. The bottom side doesn't feel that unimportant. Well, the thing though, right? The thing with the bottom side, if white does respond like this, like maybe the most we can get is this, right? I'm just pointing this out to make it look more obvious, right? The most we're getting is this, right? We're not ever really building anything more. So we're never going to play there again after this. So it just feels like, yeah, I feel like both players aren't going to care about the bottom side after this at all. And we made the other side stronger already. So that feels good for black, right? It's like maybe later, of course, but I do agree that it's not really important right now at all. A bit later maybe, but yeah, not right now. My 3 stones are planning on living on the bottom. These 3 stones? Yeah, they can't kill them, right? They have to cut here in order to try to kill. Now they have to cut here in order to try to kill, and then white can just jump this way. And even if we're not worried about that, we can actually jump all the way. Maybe even just attack these stones. And if black really tries to do something over here, we just capture this side, they capture this side, that sort of idea. Like we take one side, they take the other. Which one's bigger, right? It may not be this exact variation, but just something like this, right? This idea. In this case, there might be Aji here to worry about, but they may want to play a different move, but yeah. So we don't have to save them at all. But now I want to save them after this move. This is the only problem I had, was after this move, I kind of want to play another move. But we can also change what we're playing here. For example, if we don't want the bottom, we could turn here instead. They capture and we can play over here. It depends on what we want, right? Doesn't mean we should play that, but we could change it if we wanted to. Yeah, they were going to just do this one. Oh, extend. Being very aggressive here. Okay. Wow, okay. That was a little bit unexpected. I'm just going to crawl and connect underneath. You know, the corner is not alive until after this Hane, right? So as long as this outside group here has enough liberties, this is actually perfectly fine to do. That's a good point. I think this is a little bit of an overplay from black, actually. But I don't know if it's actually bad or not. It feels like it's bad. Because of this first line move. I guess if this wasn't here, this should be good for black, right? And I'm guessing at this point they have to live, because if they extend again, there might be enough liberties here. Maybe. So it all depends on if they can profit from this nicely. This is why I said I'm not so certain it's actually an overplay. I said it feels bad because they are able to potentially build more in the center here, making the center very wide. That's why I said I wasn't exactly sure. The only problem I have here is, for example, if we come out like this, we're splitting the shape here, which is what white is doing. They're splitting the shape. And it's you normally want to do like a knight's move. But in any case, we are having some potential shape issue here. We can even just push and attach, and that's probably fine. I don't think they should do that, but they could do that. Attach first instead. Yeah. So it's the 1, 2, 3. We don't necessarily want to make this exchange, so just start with 3. Okay. Something I still need to do more in my games. Can black do something back? Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm worried about. Yeah, is the black center. That's the only thing I'm really worried about is the black center. So we can go back here and look a little bit. If they just jump and we Hane, we can see score estimate here. White by 3.8, so white by 4. And so if we pull back instead, white by 2.3. So this is the better way to play. Okay. Yeah, this one's hard for me to judge. This one is hard for me to judge. It's still slightly better for white, but this is a time where we might actually want to be jumping like this one, I feel. Because we want to be moving this way, right? And when they come over on this side, we want to be breaking the shape a bit more. But it's going to be the same idea. It's going to be basically the same, though. Basically the same thing here. Maybe we can even play a little bit further this way to apply pressure, or maybe even just jump directly. So it just depends on if there's a ladder here that works. And it looks like it maybe does not. We can go a little bit back 1, I guess. We can go back 1 for the ladder. Yeah, I have a little bit of a hard time. Gherkin Modus. That's an interesting name. Thanks for the follow. Gherkin Modus. Anyway. Yeah, okay, this one's kind of tricky. Yeah, there's something I'll have to think about more in my games. Because of the influence, I think that's why this is going to end up being okay. Because of the influence. If that wasn't there, then this does feel like it's probably too much. But we'll have to see how this resolves here. Push and Hane on this side. Is that right? Could black ever Hane there? Yeah, I think so, right? So if we just keep coming out, it's possible that maybe black can do this now, right? Capture these stones. Maybe let's play in a different way. Let's try to connect a little bit better. But yeah, if these stones are captured, the game is too difficult, I think. The game is just too difficult for white at this point. If these are dead. So at least 1 Hane. And this should be strong enough. I don't know if we want to keep pushing. I don't know if we even want to capture that. We can probably Tanuki, but this is opening up like a shape problem. Right, there's a jumping here, so we can break into this part of the board. So it is opening that up. Can we attack this group? So we can still attack this group. So I feel like we want to. And we can sort of close this off. But then they get to jump here. Okay. I like that. We've basically broken into the top now. So if black defends on the left side, we get to push in from the right side while saving our group. So that's why they're going to attack first. I thought they should attack first because black can maybe come back to get this first. But then... oh, then they come out here. Okay. I think I would probably be more comfortable playing as black on this board because I like influence, but I do know this should be something they can do as white here. Do we even need the Hane, though? Do we need that Hane? Can we not just play again over here and let them connect this way? What happens if they Hane here, right? We got this one, we got this one, we got this one. We're in a little bit of trouble, I guess. And we don't really want to back off. So they can still just push and maybe even move again. Minimum, at a very minimum, right? Okay, sure. It just feels like bad shape for us. Yeah, M11 here. Yeah, where's M11? Yeah, it's weird that black didn't get Sente. Yeah, that's why I was wanting to sort of jump again, or maybe even extend here. Because they're still threatening. We're connected. Maybe then we can come back and we can close this off, or we can play one more move over here to make sure they can't invade anywhere. But this assuming this is 100% Sente, and it may not be. And that's assuming they can't play something else, right? Like this one. No, not that. What am I doing? And then we'd have to leave this cutting point, so we'd want to push one more time. And there's still Aji with that cutting point. And there's assuming this is Sente, then we can go back. But this might not even be Sente either. Because like this Hane may not actually matter. Let's just do this one. All right, we're just giving up that stone. There's still Aji there, though, so depends on how big it is. So I think it's too difficult. I think white's too close to their other side for black to easily get Sente here. That's why white's able to come in first. And I've seen this a lot with AI, this sort of invasion point. I have seen this quite a lot. I'm not sure anyone's actually played it against me yet, except for like a Q game. I think that's more common, but it's been a long time too. So, and in a Q game, you're going to kill the group. So, in a normal down level game, I'm not sure I've seen it played against me yet. The original, I gotta look at that. The original Astari Mistari. Okay, interesting name. Thanks for the follow. All right. Yeah, normally you do just block. You don't want to let them push. After they push, they're getting a lot of eye space. Even if you fight back against it, you have to be like very, very aggressive. The more aggressive you are here, the bigger the loss. So you have to be very careful. Because black can still take away some of white's points if they really want to. So it depends on how much they actually need here to win. So if we block this way, we're getting like our 20 points over here. We may still be able to get some like 10 to 20 points or 30 points on the rest of this area. Then we have this one corner and this area. So like maybe we'll still have 60 to 70 points depending on how we fight this. But if we are way too aggressive, we have like no points. And we just have to hope that they die. So way too much. And then, yeah, it'll just depend on if we can break this area. Which we can. We lose some of our points, but it might be worth it. So how would I do this as white? I don't necessarily want to push, do I? Maybe just push. I know at the minimum we can Hane and then do a jump here of some sort, right? Knight's move could be something like that, yeah, because if we can sacrifice stones, we can still do the Hane, we can still jump. So it depends on if this one's annoying to deal with. If we do Knight's move and they peep here, are we upset? maybe a little bit. So the thing we have to think about a little bit is that this group can maybe be harassed a little, right? So let's add this to the board, right? We have this, and then if they come from the other side, we still have jumping up here to potentially be cutting this off, right? This is not what it's going to look like, but just to highlight the idea, it looks like we can maybe attack this group. So we probably want to use that in some way. We want to separate them to some extent. That's why I think like this one's probably fine, and to here this is probably okay enough to try to live. But maybe just pushing is fine because we want to separate. And that's what they do in the game. They do push, but that's why I'm thinking the Knight's move might not be right, because this is like a really nice response to it. Because I don't think we can attack anymore. And if we can't attack, it's difficult. Whereas this one, if they do play over here, or maybe even a little bit closer to prevent some Aji stuff, we get Hanes and stuff on this group. We're at least damaging this side here. We're damaging this side to some extent. So we're getting something out of it. So maybe that's why they're pushing instead. Hane and cut. Very aggressive. Yeah, now we're going to be able to use that to try to fight back a little bit. The cut's probably still fine to do as black. Because black is strong everywhere. Oh, Ludi Magister, hello. Yeah, black is strong everywhere. What's the best way to improve tactics, Sumego or 9x9 games? I think it's Sumego. I like it more than 9x9. But the best way to improve tactics? So we're talking about like Tetsuji? Because Tetsuji, I think you should just... you can solve a bunch of problems and look at the answers. The answers are really important. Because you need to be exposed to what they look like. What the Tetsuji actually looks like and what it's supposed to be done. Like how you're supposed to use it, I guess. So I think that's more useful. For like, as I said, like tactics and stuff like that. For reading, you just do normal Sumego stuff, that's fine, but... How are we going to do this here? Yeah, like it's looking like we can really harass this to some extent for sure. Yeah, look at that. It's the same exact shape they just played. It's the same shape, right? They have the two stones with the cut, and this is like a bamboo joint breaking thing if this was already here. And so this is one of the shapes that you usually like to have here. Like so with this group, it's like A, B, C are like a lot of the shape points here. That's where black would want to play next as well. So that's why they're playing this one. They're also threatening to come underneath. So this is one of the nice ones here. Threatening to kill the group. And then we're doing the same exact thing here. We made this strong. This is, you can assume that this is on the board. Or you can assume this is here. Because black will never want an Atari to make that happen. And if that's on the board, then we're attacking this shape again. Same exact way, too. Because we're also threatening to come over the top here. Which is what was the same on the bottom here. We were threatening to come underneath. So if they played here, we were threatening to come this way, right? Same exact shape. That's funny. Fun little Tetsuji stuff. Yeah, I said we can assume this is there. We don't need to have it there, though. And then, yeah, we have this one. If we can capture those two stones, we're very close to living. Very, very close to living. But then we can also just push and cut here. And then this group is in a lot of trouble. So now I feel like white should be better. Because I think they broke the area by now. Okay, white's it's still even for both sides, so this was still good enough for black to capture. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know. This is where I have a hard time. When my opponents invaded and they've accomplished their goal and stuff. Was it good enough for me? Was it bad for me? Like I need to know these things. And in this case, what was it showing here? It's showing that this corner is likely not going to be white's points. This is the small dots instead of the big dots. So white's going to lose something here. And black's going to maybe get some of the points still in the center. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's not a blowout for white because black shouldn't have priced in keeping the whole territory before the fight. Yeah, basically. And that's something that something that I didn't really realize until after I watched a lot of Baduk Doctor stuff. I think that he's just very right about this for evaluating your games. It was if no one's made a mistake, the game should be even. And no broken moves, right? If there's no broken moves, the game should be even. And technically, there's been no broken moves throughout this entire game. Some slow moves, some extra aggressive but not bad moves, some, like stuff like that, but there's been no sort of broken shape or broken moves here. And so it should be just like an even-ish game. Should be close enough to even. And why she keeps using it. Oh. Interesting. This does feel like a little bit too much, though. But maybe it's fine. I didn't actually read it out. If we can keep this side, this is pretty nice for black. If we can keep all this. Empty triangles of power, yeah. Yeah. But this right here is usually considered broken shape when we're able to push through like this. But if we're only giving up this one stone, it's not a big deal. If we end up losing the 3 stones, of course, we lose the game. I'm pretty sure. But if we just give up the 1 stone, it's not a big deal. Or if we give up these 3 stones and we don't get something out of it, like don't get a squeeze or something, that's probably not very good. So this one could potentially be bad, but I think it depends here. I think this is looking okay. Yeah, I think this is looking okay. Because black does get to keep all of this, basically. A little tiny bit of Aji, but I think doesn't really work too well. So it entirely depends on how nice of a capture white is getting over here. Maybe we can just do this, and this is good enough. All right, we play here. We capture this stone, or we connect underneath. So was this broken shape, or was this good enough to give up that area? This might be good enough to give up that area. Maybe slightly better for white, very slightly. But a similarly worth it. So very, very slightly better for white, I think. But because I expected, yeah, I potentially expected black to capture some of these. So since they'd got this here, very slightly better for white exchange, but I think it should still be okay because black gets Sente, right? So if we look at this, it should be, yeah, slightly better for white. There's white by 10 points now. So I think this was a mistake, a slight mistake here. What would I have done differently, though? Who am I rooting for? I've been rooting for Benjamin something or other, but Ben Zero. Dreen Gwanasia. I don't know. But yeah, Ben Zero is who I was rooting for. It was Benjamin versus Benjamin. But in this game, I just wanted to see how Ash played, if they did a good job or not. I felt like their reading was pretty good, but I just wanted to see how Ash played versus one of the stronger players here. And Remy's in like the top 3 right now, so I think I still want Ben Zero to win overall. But I'm fine with any of these top 3, I think. I'm fine with any of them. Let's see if it's already bad to actually push here. I'm just curious. That was already bad. The push was already bad. So are we supposed to come over the top here, let them have this? Because they still have to live. We're still going to get some of their points here, but we just don't give any points to white. And that's one of the deciding factors, potentially. So we're pushing here and they're capturing this, for example. We'll do it this way. We're living. They're jumping this way to live. We can fix our Aji. And then they've lived in the center. We made it very, very simple. And white's much better here. So we can't just give it up too easily. We can't give it up too easily. Okay. Yes, this is a hard situation to win then, yeah. Yeah, they can't play G8, but they can't allow them to play it. Yeah, yeah. That's so it's like an awkward situation. Maybe we even just try to do it this way, maybe. I don't know. Because this is good. This should be good for black here. And now if white's pushing through, back. Now if white's pushing through, can we block here? No, there's too much Aji, I think. Too much Aji. Oh, but there is a difference here too. There is a difference. Okay, okay. They're not necessarily alive in the center, depending on how this happens too. Okay. So it's just really complicated. I would have a hard time here. So I'd have a really hard time. I probably wouldn't have cut, but I don't know. It's all too much. But now white is ahead. So let's see where it got the most ahead. Because it seems like it's probably fine to play this way. Like this looks, even though it's getting white a little bit, like 4 points is not too big of a deal. Push. Without making this exchange, I'm kind of curious. 2.9, all right. This exchange. So I'm just clicking score estimate each time to see how it goes. Do we need a Hane here? Because after this, it's already 10 points for white. And I don't know what AI wanted necessarily. I'll have to open it up in AI. Because I'm just looking at this here. Okay, that was fine. But it's right here that's where the issue starts to come in. Blocking. So I think I know potentially what happened here. So it's this block that's a mistake. I think it's because we can do something here. Because if we just give up a couple points on this side, but we still capture all of this, and we don't give them all these points, this would be nice. So that one's not the move. Let's push. Let's push down. This one right here, okay. This is the move. Okay. So white is able to break in. Right, white's able to break this part of the territory, but black's able to save this part. This is over 20 points, and this is only half of what so this is like the 10-point area. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's nothing they can do against these stones here. So it just depends on if this is something we have to worry about here. We have this Atari, this. No need to connect here necessarily, but just want to see how many liberties we might have. Okay, so we may have to probably play something on this side of the co shape or something, but maybe we can even throw in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, even just forcing white to capture is already good compensation. So yeah, if even if this doesn't work, it should be fine. But it looks like it actually does just kill the stones. We probably want to prevent here. We can probably just throw in over here. And no matter which side this is, this looks like it's fine. Like there's nothing underneath. And if they do this one, we actually can honey in the corner and throw in over here still. Maybe even still connect. But this should just be dead for black. Yeah, this all should be dead here. Okay. Even though I'm not reading out the perfect variations or anything, just showing that it looks like it's probably dead. It's good enough. So white being able to connect cleanly here. And as I said, even before this happened, if black can't make them capture these stones, then it's going to be bad. And then they weren't able to force them to capture the stones, so it does look potentially bad. Oh, okay. Just connecting is probably fine. Gotta be honest. But fighting back a little bit here to try to get something extra. Connect underneath. We do have a little bit to worry about. That's why they disconnected. If we do block, technically later we can maybe have to deal with this one again. So we have to be careful. But I think nothing else from here on, right? Looks like some time Suji stuff. But really nice squeeze. Yeah, but nothing else really changed in the game after that. It looks like nothing else is really changing here. Some Aji stuff they're trying to use. I'm curious if this works. That is very annoying. What the heck? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. This middle part, we'll have to look at that. We'll have to look at the middle part. But before that, I think white's just ahead by a little bit here. White gave up a little bit on the top here. I think they probably could have played it differently. But it was good enough, and they're still just ahead. But now this one's the really interesting part. They thought they were just filling in Dame. We have Atari. We have Atari. We have to respond to both of those. This extension here looks Sente as well. So something we have to look at here. This one, right? We can't do that. So we'd have to extend and extend. And if we just play it very simple like this, we've already won this area. So, and we can do it in any order we want, right? So this is good enough. That's already annoying. That is super annoying. So they defended on this side. Should they have connected instead? What mattered here later? Maybe they should have connected instead. I'm kind of curious if the AI already says something. I thought about K9. You mean the K9 is set for black to defend this? Well, the other problem is we have this stuff too. Yeah, we have all this squeezing stuff too. This is very annoying. Yeah. That's why I'm wondering if we can connect instead. Because this doesn't work anymore, right? We can't do this one anymore. And so it'll just be like this one, this one. This doesn't work anymore either because now they can actually capture. And there should be enough liberties here, probably. So the next thing would be if this matters now. Maybe something here is still good. No, not quite, huh? I think just connect might be the answer. Let's see what happens with AI, the estimate here. Wipe by 8.2. It's showing it as dead. So this should work technically. Let's see if it says anything. Wipe by 6.9. So this one's better. This one is slightly better. Can we do something here? I guess this is technically Sente. All right, we can't Atari here. Right? Oh, no. We can do that. We can do that technically. But this works here. So that's like a double Atari thing here, I guess, huh? Man, that is so annoying. This is cool though. This is really cool. What the heck? Oh man. Oh. And now we just lose at the bottom. This just works. And there's nothing we could do. Oh, we have these, Sumego. We actually have these, Sumego. Hey, Z-Chin, how you doing? Thanks for the raid. Which games did you look over today? I saw you looking over a couple of them earlier. No, we actually do have these, Sumego. I'll show you. You probably know about it. Yeah, Trouble Master. That's what this whole book's all about. And there's 2 volumes so far. Volume 1 and Volume 2. Yeah. Trouble Master Volume 1 and Trouble Master Volume 2. So you see it here, and then on the other back page, you see there's all these different places that you can read and try to find stuff. You have to identify where it is. And then it's also, you play for both sides. So you can identify it for either side. Like on the top here is something for white. And then over here is something for black, for example. Yeah. Really cool books. Really cool books. I like them quite a lot. I have both volumes. Yeah, so definitely check that out. Definitely check that out. Trouble Master. Trouble Master. There we go. This was cool. This was cool. This could work. Like something like this is in the Trouble Master book. The same type of problem is in the Trouble Master, almost exactly. I've seen this basically the same thing. Super cool. Yeah, that's so annoying. Even if this is just a co, for example, even if this is just a co, this is still stupid, and it's not just a co, which makes it even worse. Wow, that was cool. I like that last part there. Good job, Remy. I do think that maybe the connection might be the thing that fixes it, though. Can we do something over here? They were worried about these liberties. Can we do something over here now? I don't think so. The BS after endgame you didn't need to do. Well, it looks like something works, right? So you may as well try. And because there's so many Ataris, right? You might as well throw in. And it's a semi-close game, right? It's like 5 points. So like it's a good enough win, but it's semi-close, right? But yeah, I'm not sure I see it after this connection. I think we're fine now, but it is still annoying. Like if we just do this one, right? I think we don't have to respond too much. We can either capture or just extend here. But even if we just do this one, there's still this. I need to click better. There's still the oddity that we may have to capture all this stuff, right? So Seki still. Oh man, that's so annoying. I don't like it. They're so annoying. It may just be Seki still. Oh, anyway. Doesn't matter. We can look at the score now just for fun. 76 points. Good to go. Good to go. Man, that is painful. So painful. Disgusting. Yeah. 5 points, 70 points. Yeah, it's and you only need one thing out of this. Like, even if you do start the co, like let's play it as the co, it's still no good. You can do this one to make it like a Seki, but this one here, even if we just get this, right, we're happy. It doesn't matter. At least Black lost before this. Yeah, at least, yeah. No, if I was winning and then this happened, I would be so upset. This actually was kind of similar to a game I played. The first Go Congress, I played Yuan Zhao's son. Yuan Zhao. I'm not sure how to say the last name, but played his son, I believe, or grandson, or something like that. And then I was winning. It was fine, but at the end of the game, I was able to just like, there were just so many Ataris everywhere. It was the same exact thing. I just Atari'd through and broke a bunch of stuff, and I ended up capturing like 20 groups, a 20-point group like this too. I was like, oh, I'd be so upset too. But luckily, again, I was already winning. If I was losing and I did that, even I would feel bad. Like I would take the win, but I would still feel bad about it. I'd be like, oh man, I'd feel really bad. But basically, I just did it, and it forced him to resign. Basically, and that's what happened with that one. Oh man. Yes, but this the other game I wanted to look at was Zevalod versus Lucas. That one was cool. It was a fairly straightforward game overall before that, but it was pretty cool. So we'll see if this one's more intense. All right, so let's go. It's looks like they did die here in the center somewhere, right? You thought I won a tournament game recently because my opponent blundered a ko for a corner towards the end, and he thought seriously about not playing it. Yeah, no, in a tournament I'm playing it anyway. Online, I might play it. I might resign, depends on how I feel that day. But yeah, no, that is a feeling like you don't want to have to win that way. You know what I mean? Like you're okay with it, I guess, but you don't really want to win that way. Hopefully none of that happens when I play tomorrow in the little Corvallis tournament. Hopefully nothing happens like that, because I'd be sad too. We take those, as they say. Yeah, we'll take them. We'll take it. I guess it's fine. Yeah, but this one looks like there is a death in the center here. This death here. So we'll have to see how that happened and when that happened, because they played all the way out to endgame. So we'll definitely have to see when this happened, because this looks like it's already potentially too much. But then there's also this death here. So was this a trade? Did they trade this and then one person was right and the other person was wrong? Because it does look like black has all the territory on the sides, right? So this looks huge on the sides. But this middle is also quite large. And I think this group is maybe bigger feeling as well. And it's a 16-point game. So, wow, that's kind of interesting. So if they didn't get this corner in the upper left, they wouldn't have won. But yeah, this one's actually kind of looks interesting. So let's turn off these coordinates. There we go. Let's look through here. I want to know how that happened. That's a really weird game. Oh, what are you doing? You can do this. You can. I like to wait a little bit longer. I don't want to do it right at the opening, but you can do this. I think we discussed this a lot yesterday. Like the normal move, Normal move is this one, so that you can then follow up with this move. And so if you're strong enough, sometimes you play this one to be a little bit more severe. Strong enough meaning like maybe if white took this corner, we'll just do this one. Like maybe like this is strong enough, right? But yeah, you usually don't do this right away, but maybe there is a Joseki for it right away. I don't know. And someone was asking if we do this one, and then the AI said that this was fine in one of the games that we were looking at, so that was kind of funny. But yeah. Normally you don't do this one. This one's one of the least used ones, I think. But the slide is really nice here. Gave the side and fixed all Aji in the center. Okay. We'll see how it happened here. Yeah, so normally this is too early because we can just sort of move on. We're not really surrounded yet. Oh, wow. Oh, what the heck are they doing? I think we don't jump here. I think maybe we even just back off. This seems like the easiest move, but that doesn't mean it's the right move. And the other option is to push through in some way, or push through here, I guess, would also work. But maybe just capturing as well. This is really awkward shape. And this is where I want to play. This is where I want to play. But then we have this one, and we have this one, and we have this coming over here. So it seems a little difficult. And you can even start with extending, potentially. So that's where I want to play. So just connect solidly instead of Tiger's Mouth. Tiger's Mouth leaves the squeeze sort of shape. Okay, sure. That makes sense. Is this a Joseki thing? Is this? Because I have no idea. They could be playing this because it's not Joseki, right? This is a possibility. Oh, I have messages. Oh, yeah. I've not clicked on that before. The want to collaborate thing. I've never clicked on that, so I'll have to mess with that in the future. It's exchange in the corner at least. But yeah, that's why I want to look real quick. Just see, is this even on a list anywhere? A good list, not a bad list. So it's like this. Play here right away is not even considered. Okay. We may have to open this one in AI, because this one looks really weird and interesting here. Maybe we do. Maybe we open this one in AI. The other one we could pretty much follow, but maybe we do. That could be fun. Let's see how it turns out and decide who we think is better. I think that's important to note on your own. Very, very important to note on your own. Attach. Okay. So we're trying to really use this area quite a lot. White is alive. White is alive, and there's cutting points here. If black connects, we can still come over the other side, because now we no longer have that shortage of liberties. And white is just alive no matter what. So we don't ever have to worry about this group. We're just worried about the ability to attack. So yeah, we can pull back here. And now that they've gotten this exchange, we probably can't push and cut or do anything over here as easily. It still looks possible, though. Just not as easy, but still totally possible. Just push and cut. Cut right there. Okay. Okay, interesting. White's alive in the corner. So this happened early on in this game. This corner thing happened early on in the game, which is interesting. But white captures here. Slightly inefficient Panuki, but also 1 damage stone. So this should be a really nice Panuki overall. And then black only gets the top side out of this. This definitely feels just really good for white. This feels really good for white. Let's see what it says. Yeah, white by 3 points after 1 exchange in the corner without anything dying. So yeah, this was a mistake for sure, but that's not something you're going to lose the game from. It is a mistake for sure. Okay. That's super interesting. Oh, I feel like we should play on the top. We should probably play on the top first. I guess we don't need to, because with this Atari, we can extend here. That's at least one eye over here. With at least one eye here, that means, because we're not going to play that right away, but that means that we're probably safe here pretty easily. Okay. We can probably Tanuki to the bottom. Okay. Just play big moves from now on. Why are they playing like this? Is it well known that Lucas has a problem with fighting? I wonder about that. Is it well known? Because that's how the other person beat Lucas. That's how he lost one of his games for sure, was because it was a really not complicated, but I'm going to say confusing game. Because they sort of threw stones everywhere and you just have to try to figure out what's good or bad, right? So I'm wondering if this is just like everyone knows that this is his weakness. They're all trying to play it. That's what it feels like. Because I don't believe Zevlod was playing this way with the other games. So is Lucas the one that everyone's worried about? Like, that's what it feels like. They're all trying to beat Lucas. And they're playing normal against everyone else. Yeah, this move, I don't know how I feel about it. I know the normal answer is here. This is the normal answer. Because it gets rid of this sort of cutting thing, right? We need that extra liberty here. Without that, we can connect. Right, we're connected up here. So we need that. When they go to cut right away is not right. I'm like, there, you can't do that. That would be terrible. Jumping back makes sense. All right. Then we can take the corner. And now white is getting the outside. And we're leaving this because we didn't need to keep playing here. We're treating it lightly. If black cuts, for example, we might be able to play this direction to attack. Or we can continue to get something over here and not worry about it. So, top side. Yeah, we don't need another move, I guess, in the bottom left. Unless we want to try to break in the center, but it looks difficult. So we're not going to worry about that. So just big move, that makes sense. Who do I like now? I think I still like white. But white is a little bit everywhere now. But they have this really nice potential already. But they don't have to just keep growing it, right? You don't just keep growing it and growing it like this. This would be a little unnatural. We're just giving away everything. So this is where we'd probably still just come in to this side or shoulder hit or something. Attacking that one, okay. Same shape in the lower left? Okay. I'll see. I don't remember who we played in the next round, so we'll see if I want to look at that one or not. I think I did. I think I want to look at that one, but I don't remember. Because we're just having fun here. This is so weird. Like, I know what the end result looks like, right? And like white captures this at the end of the game. So this feels so funny. Oh yeah, okay. Then I wanted to watch that one. Yeah, for sure. This is really funny though. That is hilarious, actually. Just knowing that happens later is good enough, right? Because this looks like white is under pressure, right? But no, white's not under pressure. Black is the one who's going to die here. Black's under pressure right now. It's because they got a little bit greedy with this move. It's not too greedy. We can still jump back and fix this shape. Like this way here would be somewhat fixing and also jumping out with this group. Could be too much, though. Could be too much. Maybe better to play something else. Jumping here, though, you're not connected. So we want to cut here. Yeah, you're not connected at all. I thought, like, that's why I wanted to play on this side. That doesn't mean this is bad for black, but normally you want to stay connected as best you can, because this group is weak. This is the weak group. We're not really worried about these stones. We're worried about these stones. White does have to live too, so I understand. if we jump back here, white's the one who gets to be stronger first, right? So we want to try to prevent that. But I think you should usually focus on your own group first. Yeah, white's still ahead by the same amount, so nothing's really changed. And if we would do this one, I don't know if this is a good move, but I was clicking this one. Same amount, so that's good. Versus this one here. A little bit worse. So we do want to connect, probably. But it's not a huge mistake. Man, this just feels funny. Okay, I think I know why he extended here. Of course, this means that at a potential future time, black can maybe get this move in, right? So we can't do it right now because white is still alive. But if we get any other move here, we can do it, which means we have at least one eye here, right? They're playing it right away. Okay. I wasn't sure if they play it right away or not. And we can still Atari. Can still Atari here. And we can still extend here to probably get the other eye. Doing it in a different order, but it should be fine. Okay. Oh, interesting. But now it does feel like white is attacking now. But white is still a little bit in danger. So it's definitely black makes a big mistake here in a second. Why'd they push here? Why'd they push here? It doesn't matter, I guess, but maybe it's something to do with the eye shape, because I don't know if white plays there, it's no good. If white plays this one, I guess we don't need to answer anymore. That's a bit strange to play it there right now, but it's not too big of a deal. Maybe it's good. Yeah. Borrow strength by leaning on this side so that we can try to attack white again. We do have a lot of Aji with this sort of thing, and we can maybe break out or even bump here or push here, like lots of stuff here to potentially break out. So we need to make a little bit of strength on the other side first, I think. Yeah. Attaching to do it. Okay. So if white gets this left side but breaks up this side, it's probably fine, I guess, huh? There is still potential cutting Aji here too. It's not perfect right now, but it is still there. Attach? Yeah, I'll have to look at this one with AI. That's a cool move, though. I like this one. This is where I struggle the most. Like settling my groups like easily, but I always make a bunch of bad exchanges when I settle my groups. Yeah, they can't capture the stone, it looks like. Yeah, so we can live there pretty easily. I guess technically not alive, but white is pretty close to alive. But we didn't actually cut through anything. And that group does end up dead later. So I think it must have been because of this fight in the bottom right. So it was a trade here. Trading this side for this side. So who's good right now? It's even again. It went back to even. Because I think white did make a mistake here. This was cool, though. It was still cool. Okay, white should be fine. And then we invade down here. Do we have to do this one, or could we just cut this off? Is this good enough? Maybe not good enough, I guess. Okay. Be a little bit more severe. We cut off something on the bottom here, but white is a little bit stronger in the center. Okay. I'm not good at these these little fights here. So someone opened it, the broadcaster person, review person, whatever. Okay. There is cutting Aji for the center group. We want to make this group really strong. So it looks like it was pretty successful in that regard. We did give up something. But if we just back off like this, I will keep it very simple here. There we go. We're connected, right? If Black's able to just connect really easily without any issues, then we're just the ones under severe attack here, right? So we can't just keep saving these little stones. Unless this corner could die, we can't do stuff like that. So we have to figure out a way to squeeze. This looks like a way to squeeze. No matter what Black plays here, it looks like there's a squeeze of some sort. And that is what we get here. A little bit of weakness in the center, but we're connecting here so we can live on this side and maybe take away some points. If we just connect in the center, we have to be hoping that there's something here. And they could maybe even just try to capture these stones, right? So trying to get a little bit more, not worried too much about those 3 stones. We're still worried more about the strength here and breaking up the areas. And now we can come back. Because Black does have something to worry about here. But now Black can't cut off anything on this side. So it ends up being pretty nice. So I guess there has to be a ko coming up. Has to be some sort of ko coming up, right? I kind of wonder how it happens. What is the ko? And where is the ko? These are all in-gamey type moves. And at this point, I think Black's ahead by a little bit. So this is like a really good game for Black. So it just depends on in-game a little bit here. And this is how they got to connect underneath, because there is still Aji there. Oh yeah, there's still quite a lot of Aji there, right? This one we can't really cut here. So maybe we have to capture these 3 stones, and then maybe there's some attachments here as well. That's very annoying. Maybe there's even a better way to do it. Right, like attaching first might be good too. This might depend, but yeah. I'm just curious about the ko now. Because there was a trade, obviously. They cut here. Okay, now here's the cut. Because white is not 100% alive. And they just let it get cut. Okay, so it's not even a ko. It was just a trade. Okay, okay. Is the white group alive? Not perfectly alive. If we cut through here, you can see that there's a lot of shortage of liberties here. Not even sure white had to trade. I don't know, yeah. They can maybe just do this one here, right? Even just cut there. So I think white is actually fine here, technically. Doesn't mean that there's not another way for Black to play, but like just pushing through this side, for example. There could be something here to worry about, but yeah. Clean up all the Aji, prevent them from being able to capture anything extra, and then we just play big moves, and we're just ahead by 13 points. Whereas before the trade, when they're threatening this, Black's still ahead by, yeah, because I think it's cut off still. So before this here, white by 13. And I guess it's because the center has problems too. Yeah, I don't think white had to, yeah. Oh. Didn't even know that was on. Anyway. This one's a weird game. White just ended up in a really nice position. And then they did a nice trade there. And then white was happy enough here. There's a ko. There's the ko finally. I knew there was something different on the top that looked weird later. Because I think they connect that, yeah. Then we get to the end here. Yeah, okay. What's the most important part of this one here? What changed how the game progressed was after they jumped here and we got to cut a little bit. And black had to just live on the other side. White had Aji there, so jumping out on this side makes sense. Don't lose connections. Maybe, yeah. But white is still the one under attack, though. And like this ended up being okay for black. So where'd they go wrong is the question. Where'd they really go wrong here? Like, does this move matter? Well, it matters a little bit, right? Can we play it in a different way? Can we get a different move? We need to connect a little bit, right? So it makes sense. That's a big move. It was Sente. This one, we didn't need, technically. Are we alive there? I think we're alive on the left side. That was all Sente. So it depends on if there's anything here. All right, let's see. Black by 1.5. White by 1.1. So that was part of the problem. Maybe we didn't have to block this way. There's Aji there. That doesn't mean we have to do it. Maybe capturing is just good enough, because if we capture and we do end up having some sort of race thing here, we'll do it this way for fun. Atari and Hane. If there's nothing in this corner, we are threatening to connect up underneath to... Yeah, it looks like black's ahead with that. So I would have to play differently. White's just going through here, I guess. But then white can maybe do this, right? That's just annoying enough. Yeah. That's already very annoying to deal with. That's why they played here. Can we do this one? I don't know. That's something we have to look at with AI for sure. Actual AI, not pretend AI. Nice squeeze here. And then white got this move. Could we have done something first? Can we squeeze first here? Squeeze white first? What's the score here? White's already slightly ahead. Can we do something over here first? Like squeeze. And then come back? Can we do that? This looks okay. I don't know if they need to answer that way, though. Because if they go this way, we still push through, right? But then when they capture... This is still getting captured here. Yeah, okay. It's too much. Yeah, interesting game. Clausius is live. Open reviews. Beginners in DDK, welcome. Just so you guys know. All right, that was kind of complicated. Round 9. Wait, we saw that, right? Well, Ash was playing Remy, and then Ash is playing Lucas in the other one. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Ash versus Lucas. I'm interested to see how this one happened as well. And I want to see Zevalod versus Ben Zero. And those are the last two games I want to look at. Oh, did not everyone play, or did some people already drop out? Or are they already kicked out or something like that? I don't know how it works. Like they may have already left, right? These people here already left, right? So who knows, something like that. But these are the next ones I'm interested in. This is a shorter game. Okay, there we go, yeah. Yeah, don't lose connections. So that was important for that last game, but that was kind of difficult though. It was difficult. It wasn't so straightforward as that, right? It wasn't just straightforward like that. All right. So the thing that I noticed with Ash was their middle game and reading. But I think they had a harder time against someone who was also pretty good at both of those things. So, and in this one, they're behind by 20 points with not really with anything dead. Like these are captured stones, but these could have been squeezes. They could have been anything. So we don't know about that for sure. But without anything really dead, it looks like they're just behind by a decent amount. Then we have Zevalod versus Ben Zero, which I'm interested in. And that one's a short one. Look at this one first, though. After these two games, I'll probably stop. But yeah, it's good to look at. Good to look at. Let's see here. Then I'll have to go make breakfast and take a break, and then do more Go stuff after that. All right. Okay, this is similar to what Ash has done a couple times, where they're playing away and doing stuff. Yeah, this two space one, I think I want to start using this. I've not played it, but I've seen it quite often, and I think I like it a lot. In this running fight thing, right? The point of this running fight is you want to get ahead of your opponent very quickly. You don't care if they take the corner, right? You don't really care if they take the corner, because you just want to be ahead of them faster. George Gilbert, hello. So that's sort of the point of jumping here, because now when they jump again, you can see that they're still not ahead of you as black. They're still not ahead. So you're okay here. So that's why white would usually play somewhere else. Maybe pincering here. If we do a pincer here, you can see that now this jump makes even more sense. As I said, the corner is not important. The outside fight is important. So black is the one who's able to come over the top of this left side without having to worry about white coming over the top, which is really nice. So black actually just does this one. Okay. Because white came back to this side first. I don't know how I feel. This all feels strange. A bit strange opening wise. But again, this is what people have been doing versus Lucas. They're playing awkward looking openings and stuff. I think he has to be well known for being really strong at the opening and not as good in complicated situations. That has to be it, honestly. So many people have done this against him, and every game so far, they've all done the same sort of idea. Only one or two people, like only one person did it and it worked, and then the other person, they lost for a different reason. They won for a different reason, but yeah, slightly. Oh, right away. Interesting. So for people that don't know this Joseki, you can usually push here, or you can do whatever you want with this group. You can even just pull back with this one. And the idea is that this is actually really hard to attack. Of course, they can always come out towards the center, but they also have this attachment here to basically be alive already. Like this group is basically just alive whenever they want it. They even just Hane to be alive, right? Look at this fun shape, though. Look at this fun shape. Just alive already, though, basically. And it's very easy to live. And so if you need to prevent them from living, it's actually kind of difficult to prevent them from living because they can even get the extra eye in the corner. So you have to be really careful with how you handle that. So they decided to attach right away, which I thought was normally you use that after, like when you need to use it. Like it's use when you feel like you need to live. But in this case, I think what they're doing is they're using it to attack the black group instead. Even though black can come over the top here and press this stone down and get strong, if we have to worry about this group, and we have this group on the left side to worry about, maybe that could be something to fight for. Yeah, so now we're coming out. They do our pressing down. Pushing here, threatening to connect up underneath is actually nice. I'm tempted to block here as black and say that's not good enough. A block here is white and say that's not good enough. And then we just make a base over here. I'm tempted to do that. They play over the top, though. Is there too much Aji there? I feel like push and cut, I guess. No matter what, there's the push and cut here. I think if they push and cut right now, though, they're in more trouble, right? We could play either one. Should be fine. Maybe this one to make sure we're connected everywhere is the better make sure we're connected move. But should be fine either way. But there is that Aji, right? So if we have to go defend again after they block here, or they pull back, right? We may not be able to play here because it's push and cut. So I guess I understand that. Yeah, pulling back here. Oh, this still feels slightly bad for us as white. I always say us. When I'm looking at these games, I'm always trying to look at it from my own perspective in some way. What would I play? How would I want to do it? So I tend to say that automatically. I'm curious. Black by 0.6. White by 0.6. So there is a difference here. That's like a 1 point difference. So maybe we do need that. Huh. Yeah, because it does feel like we're just a weak group now, right? I don't like this at all. I don't like the way this feels at all for white. Then they take a 3-3, and we play on the top side. Okay, we don't just let them switch. The one day you get quoted, you almost don't show up. Yep. It didn't matter if you showed up. You were here in spirit. Don't worry. You were here in spirit. Are we not wanting this here? I guess this ladder should be good for white right now, but it's actually not good for white because we're going to get into a fight here. So, is Lucas breaking the curse? Oh, Ash is not winning. I'm sorry. We'll look at this here. Pairing results and stuff. Round 10 will be tomorrow, but I'll be playing my own games, so I won't be able to look at him until after. But Ben Zero is still going. Lucas and Remy. Those are the only ones. So Remy's continued to win. But Ash and Zevolod both lost two games. They lost their last 2 games. But they played against Ben Zero and Lucas and Remy, I think. Like they played against the top 3, so it makes sense. Yeah, he's still dominating. I can look at the full screen here. Still dominating for now. Only lost the 1 game to Remy here. So Remy has a nice chance of still getting a pro. Still a good chance of becoming pro. So all 3 of these guys can still win, right? I think Yeah, both things were kind of clutch. Yeah, we'll see that. Yeah, and even some of his other wins were not like completely dominating or anything. But like Remy, I think the people at 5 points can't become pro anymore. I think it's over for them because I believe even if they win 2 games and Benjamin loses 2 games, Benjamin still gets 8 points and they would only have 7 points. I think that's how it would work. They may have other things though. They may have other things. Better learn to pronounce his name. Yeah. But one day. Benjamin Dreen. That's what we got. Benjamin Dreen. We go the American pronunciation and then pretend the other part doesn't exist. Yeah, so Lucas and Remy could still for sure bring this in. Benjamin has to lose 1 game. Just 1 game. And then they have to both win games, and then there'll probably be a tie-break type of idea, right? But if Benjamin loses 2 games, either of them could become pro still. So that's really cool. Really cool. So tomorrow will actually matter. It's not like if Benjamin was completely undefeated so far, he didn't have that 1 loss, it might not matter. But it does. Tomorrow does matter. They could still win, lose, whatever. It's kind of fun. We're looking at their game next here. Benjamin's game next. It's already been 2 hours, but I'm still interested in this, so we're good. All right. I think this is still probably okay, though, for black. This is probably still an okay result. White gets pretty solid, though, on this side. The reason why I'm not allowing the Atari here is because there's a fight in the bottom left. We may not be able to get the ladder. So I think it's probably still not a ladder. And then that means later on, black can get this sort of thing. White still has Aji here, though. White can attach here, which is cool. It's like attach here and play here or something like that. And then we have this. So there's still Aji there for both sides. So who feels better with this one? Let's do score estimate. Black by 0.5. So it's still even, right? And then this one here. This one's not as normal, but they're still alive and everything. But I think this one, black by 1.2. So this was the better direction. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know. I was curious about that. All right. Yeah, the slide here induces us to play on this side. I would have been a little bit more tempted to play closer to this group. But I guess if white invades, we're gonna make it hard for them on both sides. So, oh yeah, attach instead. Okay. Yeah, and Goshi, I think there's a conspiracy to beat Lucas in this tournament. Every single game that I check out versus Lucas, compared to how the player normally plays, they play very differently. They all play very differently when they're playing him. So I think there's a conspiracy just to beat him. And then they play normal against everyone else. It's just kind of funny. They've all done the same thing. Ah, interesting. Okay. We don't have the ladders. So yeah, I guess this is annoying. So wouldn't we normally want to play over the top then? If they extend, of course, we're jumping and we're fighting. And now if it's like this, we have potential cutting points and Hanes. But this one, like, it seems like we're going to settle so that we can move on somewhere else. That seems like the goal here. We're moving on to somewhere else. Ah, fix the corner. Let them have this small area because it's not that different. Okay. There's one way to think about it, right? It'd be the same as we go all the way back. Same as this sort of shape. Right? And we did some sort of invasion and we gave it up in some way. Right, we gave it up. Same kind of shape here, but a little bit from a different direction. And this is normally okay if you can get this sort of exchange, right? This is normally okay. So it wouldn't look like this exactly, but this is most comparable, I think. like what he's trying to turn it into. So if we go back to this, it's sort of the same idea. We're threatening to connect up underneath, and we got our group settled on both sides. So double Hane. No reason to capture, I guess, even though we can. Yeah, no reason to capture, because it doesn't matter if black even does capture this stone. It's not very important. Kick and jump there to create a lot of Aji. Wait, we can't connect up underneath now, because this would be too nice for black. It was a solid position for white, and now black got influence and extra points, so that's no good. So we have to fight then. Is it too much from Lucas here? I don't think so. I don't think it's too much. I think technically white can be attacked on both sides, and then this group over here is also not alive. If this connects up, it's not even connecting up, making two eyes. It's only one eye still, so you have to be very careful. Peep to make the ladder be okay, and then jump. It's tempting to play here. Very tempting to play here. A lot of points, a lot of Aji, but we have a weak group, so we should probably not do that. Yep. We're going to surround this side instead. Jumping here because if they go to push and cut, not that way, we are going to be cutting them instead. And then there's still Aji over here too, so we can even connect maybe. Right, because there's all this Aji here. So we don't need to worry about that for now. We can always do a peep if we need to. Yeah, now we're surrounding the left side. Yeah, it feels a little bit like white overextended to some extent here. We didn't need to capture this stone, but my feeling is more so that I want to play from this side. I don't want to play from this side. I think the center is more important, so I kind of want to do this one. If they answer, we can just sort of jump over here. We're making some center, making all of our groups strong. And this isn't getting black a lot of points on their side. So this feels like a little bit of like an overextension here. Doesn't mean that it's going to lose in the game. I always play slow moves. Is there a better way? Just depends on how this fight goes, I guess. It's very annoying. Yeah, we don't have to answer if they play in the center, so when I jumped there, they wouldn't have had to answer. That's the real issue. This one here. When I play this one, they don't have to answer over here at all. This is like the Hante type move where we're keeping strong and threatening them. They don't necessarily have to answer that. I think the corner should be basically solid. There's maybe a little bit of Aji to try to live, but not too much. It would just depend on the wedges at that point. And now we're able to do a little bit of an attack at least. Peep and capture. Oh, just live on the inside. Can we not escape at all? Because we like this, I guess, right? I think I'd be fine with this one because we're hurting black quite a lot here. Maybe we just cut. I don't know. Capture feels a little bit interesting. I feel like they can surround us now. And we have to just live inside now. Lou Cash, Pabera. Yeah, if we just have to live inside, that feels bad. That one feels like bad exchange. If we can look here. Yeah, white lost a point, a little over a point with that move. But it's not losing the game. It's just a little over a point, right? And yeah, this is, I already said this would be great for black if they can do it. Because now they're going to be able to attack this group. They can maybe capture at least some of this, right? Lukash. Lukash. Yep, Lukash. Lukash. Yeah, interesting though. Oh, does that work? Can we just give that up and peep? Does that work? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Even if we peep here, we might be fine. No, it looks annoying though. Yeah, there's the peep. I was like, the peep looks very deadly. That's why we come out first. Because they can't just defend this. It's hard to defend it, first of all. And then this is annoying. And there's still Aji over here. Right? So it's still annoying. So they do want to play and have strength on the outside. Now they at least get these points too. But then now we get to cut through and take this left side. Dang, that felt really bad. So before the fight, black by 0.6. Another crazy game. Yeah, before the fight, black by 0.6. After the fight, black by 8. Yeah. Okay, I thought something was wrong there. Is it still by 8 here? 2.5. So this block is wrong. Or the follow-up is wrong. 3.9 versus 6.4. So yeah, you want to connect to the other side or find another move. Like trying to fight back or trying to use the corner in some way. But this ends up not being too big of a deal. This one here, we capture in the corner would be really nice. Yeah, that's already great. Wait a minute. You answered that? You didn't actually get anything from this exchange in the corner for that co-threat. You got something, right? But not much. Dang. I think the game is just over now, right? Just over for sure now? Nothing happened in the lower left. And now black should just be pretty nicely ahead. But it's close enough that it's worth looking and seeing what happens. Because like within 5 points, so that's worth looking at. Another ko? What is this ko? Whoa. I guess if we just let this happen, this is too much, right? This is too much, too much. Yeah, this is just too much. Can we ever Atari first? We can't Atari first, can we? We can't do this one. They just capture. Oh, they just need to respond, huh? They just need to respond here. Dang. Now they have to play this ko. Another ko. Yeah, so it is one-sided now. It is one-sided now. It doesn't even matter if black wins this ko at all. This does not matter at all. It's flower ko, right? Flower viewing ko. They even had local ko threat. And then this group just needs to be alive, and it's alive. And that ko doesn't even matter anymore. Dang. Are they going to live here? I think they're going a little too all over the place, but they did live, so. But even after living there, it's probably not too much to worry about here. Black's still ahead by plenty. Yeah, nothing really to think about for the rest of this game. There we go. Another thing, but I don't see any real issues in Black's shapes. Black is just alive everywhere. Dang. So this first fight here, this first, not first fight, but this first area that sort of messed up a little bit. I already said, does this work? Does this even work? I was already worried about that. Can we Tanuki now? Do we have to Tanuki now? Right, if we capture now, is this bad? Black's still winning with a couple points, but now it's 8 points, right? So now it's like an 8-point game. So it was better to fix over there, it looks like. Before the fight, it was even. And Black gains a little bit. So maybe this Hane is just bad. Feels like maybe it's just the Hane. Or the follow-up from the Hane, I don't know. Yeah, this looks like this was like a -1 point. And then the idea from the Hane ended up being a bad idea. Can we play from the other side? Just give this up? There's still this here. We can still play here if we want to. And this is at least connected now. Even some Aji here to maybe even squeeze. Right, so there's even something like that they have to worry about. Was it better just to have pushed the other direction? Yeah, this was just the better idea. So they were a little bit greedy with that first thing. Okay, so we figured it out. It was this. The Hane was slightly bad, and then pushing from the inside was bad. You were supposed to just continue pushing from the outside because you're connected everywhere. The most that Black can do is maybe capture a little bit here in the center, right? Because even over here, it's not a little bit too much potentially. But over here, we're probably able to capture something, right? So that's the most that Black will be able to do there. But this gave too much Aji. Okay, cool. Yeah, for me, I wouldn't have thought of this move. That's why I asked so many times, does this work? Because if it works, this is awesome. But yeah, most of the time I would probably be playing from this side or connecting if I can connect here. But there's connection issues for me, at least, right? There's something here that I have to be very careful with. So I'll probably just push because they can squeeze these stones. Okay. That was a cool game, too. That was a cool. The other game was still more fun, though. The one where they captured in the center. That was still more fun. So let's see how this one worked. Zevolod versus Ben Zero. Benjamin Dreen. That's funny. What is this? These are recorded on boards that automatically register things. So I don't know how this sort of happens. Just like a misregister, like maybe he tapped the board with his finger. I don't know. That's funny though. I don't know how those boards work necessarily. I think the stones have something in them that register as well, but I don't know for sure. I like that here in this game, behind my camera here says, "Let's go, Lucas." And this is in the Ben Zero versus Zevolod game. Good job, guys. Good job. I like that. All right, let's look at this one. This will be the last one. I am actually quite hungry now, but should be fine. I'll be able to look through it. All right. Let's look at the end again. Let's go back to the end here. So this dies in the center, and this is a Zevalod dying in the center here. But this is actually a threat to cut this off and cut here. This, I guess, is not completely dead in the center. It's sort of like a Seki. It's a Seki in the center, but this cut here, Chinchi just kills it. This is dead, though. This looks like a complicated, annoying game. All right. Yeah, if white connects here, we can cut now. And if, of course, if white protects over here, unless these stones are dead, there's nothing we can do here. We're just dead. So that's a cool move. So let's go all the way back to the opening. And I'm not going to look. I'm just going to let it scroll backwards and see how it goes. All right, now let's look at it. So, wait. No, you wait. Wait, what? Why is Goshi getting credit for my line? He sent me a message today and said that. Don't worry. He sent me a message on Discord today and said the same thing. So I'm saying, okay. Should I put your name in there too? Goshi Parrot. Is that fine? Was a really annoying game for black. Yeah, that looks like it, actually. We're going to see. All right. I guess a Frenchman can only steal a line from another Frenchman. It's true. It's true. It's all good. Annoying game for black. Let's look at this one. Okay. I like the high approach. I mentioned it before. I actually think I might like the high approach more. And depending on the situation. I'm not going to play it yet because like in my tournament tomorrow, I'm probably not going to start playing high approach unless I feel like it's okay, but just joking. Let's say if you were the one that tagged me, then I feel bad, but I thought it wasn't you. I would have to double check that if you didn't say just joking there. I'd be like, wait a minute, was it you? Wait. Oh no. So something I've learned for like as white here, something I really like this posing 3/4, right? And if they approach high. I am, but it's really no issue. Yeah, no, it's never really an issue. I just had to double check. If they approach high, normally you see them approaching over here. If they approach this way, it's fine to just give it up like this. This is pretty okay. But when they approach low, it feels like I actually want to pincer a lot of the time. Then it ends up being exactly what I want here, where they press me down. I got territory on both sides, and then we're fighting here in the center to make it not worth anything. It's not an easy way to play, but it does work. And so when it comes to this one, it's the same sort of idea, but black has the option to just take the corner, for example, and then just jump out. So we get points, they get this influence area, but we're already negating the influence pretty cleanly. So I actually kind of like this one a little bit more as black. They're going to jump over here. Interesting. Okay. Now, if you're approaching, you may as well have a thing that you're ready to do, right? So he probably knows this is probably something he studied. I don't really know this one. Jump up here, make sure the corner's strong, peep, and slide. This is basically a settled group now, because we can also slide over here to threaten to connect up on this side. So like if white really wants to attack, they have to jump down, which doesn't feel good, or jump over to the side. Well, I might sneeze, but it doesn't really feel good. So just jumping towards the center to save your group feels okay, but it feels a bit like feels a bit not fun. So they just play somewhere else. None of the moves felt great, so just play away. You could pincer here, but just backing off is going to be fine. We can just play normal Joseki. Let's see. Push? Okay. I wasn't sure. It looked like they were going to consider something else, but push okay, and then we can jump here first. Yeah, I like this a lot for black. I like personally. I think I would take black on this board for this type of opening. It's probably how I might play if I studied this and I knew this was how it was going to turn out. I might play this way. The thing I don't know is like if they kick first, do I feel worse about this? Am I fine with just connecting? Do I want to jump out to the middle to attack? Like, what do I want to do here? Like something like this? Am I okay with this? This looks okay, actually, yeah. Okay. But I like this one where I'm basically settled on one side, and then these 3 stones are very, very flexible and easy to use to survive with. So I've never really had a hard time living with those stones. So jumping out right now just feels really good. We're threatening 2 things, right? We're threatening to come over the top in some way to attack this group, and we're threatening to make ourselves really strong with this move. So we're very happy on either side. White does jump, but black goes to attack right away. So black is the one being very aggressive here. They're saying this is too far. Is it too far? I guess so. I guess it is. Do you like to cap before jumping? I like to jump first. If we cap now, and then we jump, I feel like we're pushing our opponent towards our weak group a little bit. So you could do it, but I think it's easier to manage when you aren't doing that. Because if they do this one, you probably aren't playing over here now. Like, I'm probably not playing this side now. I'm more likely to be playing over the top this way, or to get strength over here first. We'll do this one to make it a little easier. And then I'm jumping this direction. But I'm probably not letting them cut through that shape. So it can still be played that way. It can definitely still be played that way. But I think this is just easier. Because now we're strong on both sides. So that's why he's going to cut. Oh, and they dodge. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's probably good. It's probably good because if we look at the normal cut, either side, there's no ladder over here. We can maybe, not that. We can maybe just get rid of the stone. And try to fight back, but it's going to be very annoying. We already gave them profit. And it's the same on the other side. We're playing the most basic moves. Even there's other ways we can play too, but playing just the basic cut. There's definitely nothing over here, right? Already connected, and this is already cut off. And there's also a possibility of black being able to like pull back instead and cut this way. Maybe this is the better cut. Same on the other side, right? Pull back instead and cut this way. Whichever one we like more. So dodge to get some extra strength. Borrow strength from a strong group, right? And then try to come back to settle this group now, because now the cuts are different. They're a little bit different. We can maybe drive this stone out, for example, and get stronger really quickly. I don't know if I like it still, but we can maybe even just play from the other side. Because we're not giving up as much. They have to turn here still, and then we can threaten to reduce quite a lot. So it's, yeah, more flexible position. After they extend, we do need to protect. And now this is really awkward for white, actually. This is actually really annoying. Looks like the 2-space jump was too far. Was this really too far? Normally this is fine. I would probably just play it. Yeah, this is fine. Let's see after this fight exchange here. Is it bad for white? No, it's okay for white. So okay, yeah. It's just, this is something that'd be difficult for me to handle. We can still escape, first of all. We can still just play here and we're out. And we can still maybe play something over here because we're threatening to capture some stones. Maybe even play on the second line, I mean, if we really want to try to really settle over here. Maybe there's some attachments over here as well. But just turning. Yeah, turning's good enough. Yeah, yeah. And then attach. And they can't cut. Right, black can't cut. Because we can capture the important cutting stones here. So they can't cut. Okay, okay, sure. It was easy enough for white to get out, and black didn't get any extra profit. That's why it's probably fine. Okay. And the only thing I have to worry about is this top side. That's why I actually do want to move over here as white, because I don't really want them to invade and be annoying. But black has a weak group we have to take care of on both sides. I like this move. Yep, that's what they're playing. Jumping down here. Okay. We can always go back to connect here if we need to. Maybe knight's move could be cleaner, but yeah, so that's why they're okay. So they fixed this side, they made this side stronger, then they still connect here because they don't want to have to deal with these invasions and stuff on top, like I was saying. But they wanted to make themselves stronger first. That makes a lot of sense. Because it's going to be hard to attack white on both sides, and black's the only one with a truly weak group, we can say. So I wouldn't mind like coming over this side or coming over this side to help this group first. But I guess technically we don't need to. We could be more aggressive, or we could play differently. Let's see what they do here. Well, this one, okay. Slightly more aggressive. Normally you push here because you can cut. And there's like these sorts of Joseki where if white can't Hane here, you can kill in the corner. So if they extend, you go back to the corner and you can kill, which is cool. And this other one as well. So that's why we usually don't play the knight's move. Because there's all this Aji here, we can potentially do something on the top. So knight's move is getting rid of a lot of that Aji, but we're prioritizing the safety of the other group a little bit more. I would have a little bit of a hard time finding the right move, but I think even if white plays on the right side, this group can live. It has at least one eye over here, very likely. And then we can at least get something else on this side pretty easily. So I think we can live without having to connect up. So yeah, just playing here to build the center seems nice. And I kind of actually want to answer here as white, so I'm all connected. But we don't have to. We could actually just move over to the other side. Jumping up here would actually be okay in that regard. Or maybe like 2 spaces. Even though they had a hard time before, 2 spaces could work. So who do I like now? Now this fight is over. It's not completely over, but now that the fight is more settled down, we got some result on both sides. It looks easy for black to take care of the points on top. So white only really has these 2 corners, and then whatever is here. White can take care of black as well. I think the connection here is good enough. I think I like black a little bit, but I think it's probably even. Yeah, it's basically even. White's just slightly ahead by like a couple points. So I think what that's telling me is that it's slightly easier for white to play, but oh, down 1. Normally you play this one here. If they push though, they get extra strength. Maybe they go over here. Yeah, I can see that being annoying to deal with, this left side. So, all right. Peep, attach, cut through. And now we have this weak group to fight against again. Black is technically connected. So if white does this one, this is an Atari. And then we can just back off here. And we're connected back. For the most part, we're basically connected all the way back. So we're just attacking this group now. That is the better way. A lot of the time it's better to attack versus just trying to make the points, right? Like we just went back here. This is going to be fine. This is going to be possible. But white can maybe answer differently to make sure they're all connected if we play from this way. We're going to do this one now. We're threatening to potentially build a lot towards the other side too. Ooh. Huh. I guess black is getting connected pretty easily. Extend here. Can white actually just Atari instead? Atari, we're doing the squeeze again. Is this bad? Why not do that? We're trying to threaten this group a little bit more. But yeah, why not just capture? I'm wondering about this too, yeah. 6.7 versus 7.4. Okay, capture is better. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. It's like a 1 point difference. So that means that's a big difference. That's a big difference. Can't capture. This is captured. And then this is captured still. Yeah, it's all captured. And then even if it's not captured, it's a good squeeze. But it is captured. Yeah, H7, okay. Then we can squeeze over here and we capture on this side, which so that gives us an eye. And then we can also potentially even extend out here. Just depends on this Haji too. Maybe even be able to squeeze this way. We can connect up on this side. So there's still a lot of Haji here. I think this is still nice though. This one, and we can just jump. So we squeeze and we get to jump to the left side to live really easily. Because we have this capture to live. This is already one eye. This one's already an eye. So we just need one more eye. So maybe we'll be able to jump further. Because we don't have to worry about this Hane, right? This cap should be too good. So yeah, that feels like the better squeeze. Because here it looks like black might be able to capture white on this bottom side. And then they got weaker here, right? Doesn't this look a lot weaker now? Even with this this Atari here to try to get something. Maybe we just capture. But even with this here to get something, it feels like there's a possibility we're giving up these 4 stones and not even having 2 eyes yet. And this is easy to read too. But this is also easy to read. I don't know. This feels like the right type of idea. So capture first, which means we can maybe just capture these stones. And then this is not alive yet. But we're giving up some strength here. So just be very careful. Cut, Atari, and connect. And now this is that Seki from earlier, kind of. Because they connected here. Because, yeah, if they Atari here, we extend. They capture, we can cut here. So this is fine for black here. Okay, cool. And now we're, instead of pushing them into our territory and surrounding ourselves, we got to save ourselves first. And then this group is fine. So we're just applying a little bit of pressure. Can we cut there? I think maybe we can't cut. They're probably strong enough. Yeah, it looks like it's probably okay enough. Just so a big move makes enough sense, but let's see what happens here. So black naturally got a move on the top here to get rid of the points. And they still got to keep some of the points on this left side. And they made this Seki in the center. And there's still Aji everywhere. So let's see how it turned out here. Yeah, white's still ahead. Yeah, I was looking at it, I'm like, I'm not sure actually that black was winning. It felt like pretty good. It felt pretty good for black. Like a pretty good result, but I think white doesn't have enough to worry about. So we're fine. They take the corner back, but we just capture and then slide because we wanted to do this anyway to make sure everything was connected, but capturing the corner is probably worth it. Big enough. Just an exchange here. I don't know if that was necessary or not, but just an exchange. Then live. Take 3/3. Now we're threatening to capture all of this stuff, which we do. We do get to capture. Was there another way to do it? Attach now? Not quite as well, huh? Because they can still do the same thing. It's a little bit different, but I think it's basically the same. Not that way. It's a co shape now. Right. Co shape. Okay. This one is technically co shape too, right? But not really. There's the 2 cutting points now. Okay. So there is a better way they could have played that one. I think. Change the order of moves. But then there's this pushing through here that might be too much, right? So even if they could connect, they have to be alive here. Yeah, this is too annoying. Maybe it was better just to block. Fix the Aji. Wipe 8.4. Just curious. 3.5. Yeah, that was a huge mistake. Can we do it this way? Does this work? 5.2. So it's a little bit better. Probably anything over here is probably fine. This is like the clean move, but 5.8. 2.8, yeah. So that was a mistake. Trying to slide all the way. But black gets a nice attachment here. Black doesn't have to worry, though. Okay, there we go. I was like, black had to worry about that a little bit. But they do get to capture half, so that's good enough. So it's still just sort of similar to basically the same as we did this one. But we captured a couple extra stones here and don't have any Aji anymore. So it's basically the same, but slightly nicer. Yeah, it's still, I believe it's still Seki there, so. And then we get back to this peep here and they lose. Huh. And before this peep, before this, I guess, very slightly ahead for white if they play appropriately. But then when they do this one, black's ahead because they've already made a mistake. Because of this peeping Aji here. Dang. Yeah. This was a very close game for Ben Zero, though. This was very close. Sevilla did a good job. They missed this at the very end, but they did a good job. They were ahead pretty well throughout most of this game. They're doing really nicely. I disconnected. Am I still here, guys? I'm probably ending anyway, but am I still good? Looks like I'm back to healthy, so it looks like I had an internet hiccup there. You may have to refresh or something, but okay, good. You're still there. Velo is still here. That's all that matters. Yeah, it just said disconnected and reconnecting and having problems. So as long as it's still here, we're good. We're good. Yeah, so this just looks like, yeah, it's a big mistake, basically, is playing a move that looks like a big endgame move. That's sad. Because other stuff later, but this was the first, this is what helped Black get caught up here. I said, luckily I'm probably ending anyway, but don't want it to cut off on me. You don't want to know why the French are so good at complex games? Why? Why are the French so good at complex games? Ooh. Only 36 after capturing all this? So this language is so needlessly complicated. You know what? That's true. Yeah. Needlessly complicated is a great way to put it. We navigate our administration too much. Oh, that too. Is it okay now? White is winning the fight here, and White is still winning the fight here. So let's go before this. This still looks like White's winning the fight. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. I just wanted to see how close this one was. Yeah, Black is doing okay at this point. Black's doing like pretty good at this point. And then we start losing here at this point. It feels like we made a mistake already. Black is fine, I guess. Okay. Black is still fine. We got to find our way through this. How did we make the mistake here? Is it already a mistake now? White by 5.3. Yeah, already a mistake happening at that point. Okay. Yeah, there's no reason. We could just play here, I guess, right? We're alive. White gets to live, but we get to live. It's too much. Dang. So we do have to do something. Do we just capture now then? I'm just curious. Black by 18. Yeah, we need to capture now. H8. Yeah, there was Aji there too. Yeah. Maybe we have to capture now. We can just capture in the corner here, right? And now this is settled and we're good to go. Yeah, why didn't they capture now? They thought this was the same? Thought this would be good enough, right? I'm guessing. But they changed the variation. Let's do this one first. So then we connected because they thought that was already good for us. They connected. And now we have double cutting points. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. They just didn't see this, I'm guessing. Because we can't just capture now. Maybe we can, actually. Maybe we can still do this one. But I think they just live, right? They can just, not that. They can just go back and live, so. Nah, it's too late. It's too late, yeah. That was cool. All right, all right. Let's look at how this started real quick. Just so we can see what's going on here. Oh, they did that one. Yeah, that's funny. I showed this one earlier. I'm glad Ben Zero played it, so it makes me look like I know what I'm talking about. If you were here the entire time, jump, push, play away. Yeah, we don't really want to play again there. Our group is a very thick wall. We don't really want to play again. Now our group is strong. We just play away again. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Classic sort of shape. So I'm guessing it has to be because of the Aji here that we got into this big fight. So let's see how it happened. Because we gave up this left side. And we don't need to connect that. So attach, push, Hane. Make 2 eyes. And then we squeeze here. And we're alive. And now this group's weak. But I think white is still in a lot of trouble. I think white's still in a lot of trouble. Yeah, black by 12. I think white just... I think the left side's just dead, right? Maybe they have one more move here to worry about, but I think it's almost just dead. So we attach, pull back, and then they play from the center. Why aren't we just... Is just jumping bad? Will they still play from the center here? We just separate? I guess what we're worried about here is this sort of thing. But I think this is probably still fine. I think white's still the one in trouble. And even here, usually you jump instead of pulling back. He has such good reading, though. You know what? Yeah, black has such good reading. It's possible. Benjamin, which Benjamin, though? Consistently sharp, good BA. Consistently sharp this tournament. Ugh. You haven't looked too much of his games. So I saw 1 or 2 of them. Saw 1 or 2 of them from the very beginning. Ben the French, of course. Yeah, Ben the French. Yes. And then attacked here, so we jump, we knights move. And then we're back into this situation. The game is complicated enough that it's annoying. It is definitely annoying. But I like this shape more. They can't really do this one, and if they do this one, we're maybe able to block here and make eye shape this way. We can still jump this way. And then that's like we can block here again, make eye shape. We can still jump again. And is that we can block here again. There we go. We're still making eye shape. We're living pretty cleanly over here. And then we still have this as a Sente. And then we can go back to this thing. Oh, not that. Meant to capture. And they can maybe just live. But yeah, but this one feels too heavy now after they do this one. And we can't really do this one. There's still a cutting point here. Still slightly okay. Yeah. They played a little heavy, I think. They played a little bit heavy, but I understand why they were able to get rid of more points on the bottom if they play this heavier way. Whereas technically the other way that I want to do, white can technically be the one to, right, we'll just do this, right? White can be the one to take the points back on the bottom. But I'm okay with that if they do it right now because we're attacking these stones as well. Yeah. I don't know. That's tricky. That's tricky. Then they died, yeah. Because they misread this. If they just capture this is fine. There's no way to switch the variation this way, right? Because we're capturing this one in the corner, and this is just a dead shape. There's no way this lives in the corner. And now we just win the game. Yeah, so Bin Zero probably should have lost this one. Honestly, they probably should have lost this one. I mean, if even I can find the right move, then they probably should have lost this one. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, this was not a one-sided game at all. This was very, very close. It was very, very close. Yeah. So yeah, Ben Zero is not dominating, we can say. They're not dominating. But this is near the end, so they could also be tired. But then everyone would be tired too, right? So I don't think that's a worthy enough excuse, we can say. Not a worthy enough excuse. And round 10 and round 11, we're just waiting for that now. That'll be tomorrow. I might be able to look at it before I start playing, but I'm not going to be able to stream anything, so maybe we'll talk about it when I get back Monday, but talk about a bunch of stuff. Anyway, let's see here. Anyone streaming? Clausius probably. Bats go, Clausius. Go Dave. Go Dave. Semi-I session. Open reviews. Let's go. All right. I don't care. I'm not going to raid today. I'm just going to end it. See you Monday, most likely. Yeah. I'll see you Monday. I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to prepare to leave and go have some fun, and then go to tournament tomorrow. Hopefully I do well. I was told I can't lose, so I was told I'm not allowed to lose, I guess is what I was actually told. All right, see you guys.